The iPhone SE 2022 is Apple's newest lineup to the iPhone family, and the iPhone 13 mini is Apple's newest flagship to the family. The pricing differences between these two phones may seem huge at first, but I will break it down later on in this video, so be sure you stay till the end. And as always, let's go ahead and start with the actual physical design of each phone. With both phones side by side, it's obvious to see which one is the more modern design. Clearly. The iPhone SE takes on the same body style as the iPhone 6. Well, technically the iPhone 8, because the iPhone 6 had those weird antenna lines going across the entire back of the phone, and then the iPhone 8 does not have them, similar to the iPhone SE 2022, but other than that, the designs are basically the same, so it's basically the iPhone 6. The iPhone 13 mini, on the other hand, has the most modern design to it, which does include that redesigned smaller notch when compared to the previous iPhones. In terms of the screen and screen quality, the iPhone 13 mini also just comes out on top. It features a 5.4 1080p display with an OLED panel. The iPhone 13 mini with its OLED display is just awesome. It makes the colors pop, especially when you're watching HDR movies, or even if you're recording in HDR and then you're playing that back on the iPhone. It just looks, oh man, it looks fantastic, much better when compared to just standard LCD. Speaking of LCD, the iPhone SE does feature a 4.7 720p display with an LCD panel. The quality difference in person is quite noticeable. You got OLED versus LCD, you got 1080p versus 720p. It's noticeable. So what about functionality? Well, functionally, these phones are basically the same. You got the Apple A15 Bionic in both of the phones. They're both running the same OS, but the SE does not get everything, obviously, as the other iPhone 13 models, the more expensive ones. For example, the software lock that makes me incredibly mad, and it should technically make you mad as well, because if you're going to be paying $430, this is kind of a huge letdown, but the iPhone SE does not have night mode photos. Just take a look at these photos. As you see, night mode makes an insane difference in low light and even in pure darkness. Night mode is something that benefits literally everyone. Another camera difference is that the iPhone 13 mini also has an ultra-wide camera, something that the SE is missing. Ultra-wide cameras, as you guys know, are my favorite kind of cameras. They let you do weird and quirky fun perspectives of whatever you're taking a picture of. So what about the storage of these two phones? Well, they're also different. The iPhone SE starts out at 64 gigabytes of internal storage, whereas the iPhone 13 mini starts out at 128 gigabytes of internal storage. So automatically you're getting double the storage. Surprisingly, both of these phones have the same amount of RAM, 4 gigabytes, which is not a lot, but it's okay for an iOS device. Now, in terms of battery life, the iPhone SE really freaking shocked me, man. I mean, this phone, I did not expect this, okay? I thought it was gonna be horrible. The previous SE from 2020 barely lasted me 5 hours. Like, if I got 5 hours, I was mind blown. This one, well, you guys can take a look for yourselves. 7 hours of screen on time on the third day of using it. The first day was around 5 hours. The second day was also around 5 hours. The third day, 7 hours. So it jumped up just like that. The iPhone 13 mini, on the other hand, lasts, well, basically the same. Also around 7 hours for both of these phones. So no matter which of these two phones you pick up, your battery life should be pretty darn good. But keep in mind, we're talking about the Apple A15 Bionic here, okay? So if you play a lot of games, that chip is gonna ramp up very much, and your battery will go down very much. Did that make sense? I hope so. Unlocking the two phones is quite different. With the iPhone SE, you do have something that's called Touch ID, which I'm pretty sure everyone already by now knows. And the iPhone 13 mini uses 3D face mapping, also known as Face ID, to unlock the phone, which is slightly more passive because you're not actually thinking about doing it, you're just looking at the phone and it automatically unlocks. So what about the price, huh? Well, the iPhone SE starts out at $430 and the iPhone 13 mini starts out at $700. So the iPhone 13 mini will run you $270 more than the iPhone SE, but let's see what you get with that extra $270. First of all, and more importantly in my opinion, is that you automatically get double the storage with the iPhone 13 mini when compared to the iPhone SE. 64 gigabytes is just not enough, and if you're ready to pick up the SE because you just really love that design, you really want Touch ID, I highly recommend upgrading to 128 gigabytes, but then that will run you $480. So now the difference between the two phones is like what, $220? So now the gap is closing. Are you new to trading, or maybe you are an experienced investor looking for a great community to learn more about crypto and the stock market? American Dream Trading is a free Discord community for stocks, crypto, and altcoins. They provide daily training in the group as well as latest news and alert callouts. There is a huge free education area for stocks and crypto, including ebooks and videos. And when you're ready to get more serious, there is a paid group, $100 a month, which does get you one-on-one training, hot stock picks before the bell, on-demand training videos, portfolio reviews, live trading, and more. American Dream Trading members have made over $1 million in profits in 2021, and they are literally changing lives day by day. You can sign up for free at americandreamtrading.com. Again, 100% free, and you can start changing your own life today. The iPhone 13 mini also has the better quality display, which is also higher resolution, and it's OLED. You do get an extra camera on the iPhone 13 mini with ultra-wide capability. You get a more modern design with Face ID unlocking. You also get MagSafe with the iPhone 13 mini, so you can magnetically slap on a battery case or any MagSafe puck charger. The iPhone 13 mini also has super fast 5G compared to just standard 5G. The iPhone 13 mini also offers cinematic mode for video to help you get more creative with shooting video that has a nice blurry background. It looks pretty good. The iPhone 13 mini also has ceramic shield, which is tougher than the standard glass on the iPhone SE. And considering the fact that I've only had the iPhone SE for about a week now, well, it already has scratches on it. It has a ton of micro scratches. I have no idea where they came from. My iPhone 13 does not have any screen protector on it. I've had this for like 3-4 days now. Also, no scratches at all. None. In fact, my S22 Ultra, which I just recently put on a screen protector. Before, I've had this phone for almost 3 weeks, and I did not have a screen protector. No scratches. But after seeing the scratches on the iPhone, I'm like, let me order a screen protector for the S22 Ultra. I probably didn't need to, but I did just in case. And this phone kind of freaked me out, the iPhone SE. It scratches way too easily. The iPhone 13 mini also has an HDR display. So like I said, if you've recorded HDR video of your family vacation, or maybe you're watching an HDR movie, well, guess what? As always, that'll look the best on the iPhone 13 mini. The selfie camera on the iPhone 13 mini also has a higher resolution, coming in at 12 megapixels compared to 7 megapixels on the iPhone SE. That allows you to record smooth 4K 60 video on the iPhone 13 mini, as opposed to 1080p 30 on the SE. That's right, guys, the front-facing video on the iPhone SE does not do 4K. It only does 1080p, and not even the good 1080p, not even 1080p 60, but only 1080p 30. Ouch. So guys, as you saw, even with the price difference, you are getting so much more out of the 13 mini than the SE. Even with the price difference, this is like not only the clear winner, but it's the drastic winner. Had the iPhone SE been a little bit cheaper, well then I would be singing a completely different song. But at the price that it's at, I'm expecting, dude, I'm at least night mode. Come on, man, at least give us night mode. It's not even like, it's just so mind-blowing to me, you know? It's so mind-blowing. No night mode. Why? There are Android phones less than $200 that have night mode. The camera is capable of it. You can download a third-party app which will give you night mode, but it's obviously not going to be as good as Apple's very own night mode. So it's capable of it. Apple just didn't want to put it in, and I got to give a thumbs down for that. I just got to be honest. In my strong opinion, if you're deciding between these two phones, listen, I wouldn't say this if I didn't truly mean it, but I truly think just save up a little bit more money and go with the 13 mini. I promise you're gonna thank me. You're gonna thank me. Okay, I'm telling you. Do not get the SE unless you really just love that design. If you love that design and you love not getting features, get the SE. You're gonna love it for its lack of features. That's all I can say. So do you guys have any questions? If you do, as always, leave them down below in the comments section. And if you are new here, consider subscribing. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely smash that like button, as it helps YouTube not forget about me. And I think they already have, but hey, let's get that back on track. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.